Welcome to another installment of TFA Today. Our guest today is Representative Kip Capley. Can you tell us what district you represent and what your committee assignments are?
Hello, Richard. Thank you for having me on today. I'm honored. I represent the 71st District, which is the western part of Maury County, the northwestern part of Lawrence County, all of Wayne County, and a portion of Hardin County. And my committee assignments are Civil Justice, the full committee, Civil Justice, the subcommittee, the Insurance full committee, and the Insurance subcommittee.
What are your thoughts regarding the need for the special session that Governor Lee has demanded?
Richard, I don't believe there is a need for the special session that the governor has demanded. Obviously, it's very unfortunate that we had a situation in Nashville, and my heart goes out, and my prayers have definitely gone out to the families and all the loved ones that were affected by this tragedy. But when you look at the special session that's been called, first off, the first issue that I have is I don't think that there's enough time for the public to be able to put their input in regarding these proposals. When you look at the legislature, and I'm new, so this is just kind of a fresh opinion, I feel like we need ample time for our constituents to be able to contact us to let us know of their opinions and how they feel. And unfortunately, with this special session that's supposedly going to be called in August, I don't feel like I've had enough time or am going to have enough time to hear from all of my constituents. Now, I have a pretty good idea of what they're going to say, right? But I just don't feel like there's enough time for the input. And when you look at this special session, the way I've thought about it for the past couple weeks is, to me, it's almost a tinderbox that's being built in Nashville. I believe we're going to be the only legislature in session across the country at that time. And every Marxist, leftist, communist from sea to shining sea is going to dawn upon Nashville. I'm afraid that the possibility of someone getting injured or getting hurt or something happening that could bring a dark cloud over the state for the rest of the time.
At this time, what are your thoughts regarding the red flag law or extreme risk protection order that Governor Lee is seeking, which allows the government to seize guns from individuals who presently can legally own and possess them?
Richard, I'm not for red flag laws in any way, shape, or form. I think it's a bad idea. When you look at other states like Florida that have passed red flag law variations after the Parkland shooting, we've heard from their legislature, we've heard from their governor after they passed it in a knee-jerk reaction kind of form, and both of them have said they regretted it. I think, from my personal opinion, a red flag law is not only a scheme, but it's a Trojan horse for the left to intentionally violate our constitutionally protected rights. A red flag law doesn't do anything with the actual risk of a person that has mental health issues to harm other people. I mean, thankfully, our Supreme Court has established cases to stop these government regulations or these infringements on our Second Amendment rights. Thank the good Lord that those are protected by these cases. I mean, you look at New York State Pistol and Rifle Club, Rifle and Pistol Club, excuse me, versus Bruin. I know a lot of your members are very up to date on that. Y'all do a good job at educating and letting people know. But if it falls within that range of these regulatory options from the government, I mean, Bruin's going to shut that down. Our Second and 14th Amendments together guarantee individuals that you can keep that firearm in your house and you can bear arms in public. And restricting law-abiding citizens from constitutionally carrying and protecting themselves for self-defense, we have to have our Second and our 14th Amendment. Restricting law-abiding citizens is not going to do anything for anyone. We have to look at criminals. We have to look at the people that break the law. There is, I believe, in my own, this is my personal opinion, a criminal breaks the law no matter what. There's nothing that we're going to be able to do to put anything on a piece of paper in ink that's going to stop someone that breaks the law. That's why they're criminals. If they weren't criminals, they wouldn't break the law. So restricting law-abiding citizens from their Second Amendment rights is a terrible idea. It's catastrophic to the very fabric of who we are as a nation.
What alternatives to these red flag or ERPRO laws do you think should be considered by the legislature?
You know, there's been a lot of conversation about mental health. There's been a lot of conversation about increasing funding to those avenues, and I think that's certainly a discussion that can be had when looking at the mental health calls that across the state that's gone up. But I don't think we need to involve firearms. I don't think we need to involve anything that relates to the Second Amendment. When you look at these ERPO laws and the different things like that, it's very unfortunate because I've said this from the beginning. Firearms don't kill people. Evil people kill people. I could have any firearm that's ever been created since the beginning of time, and I could lay it on this table right here, and that firearm is not going to get up and go kill someone or hurt someone or do anything until an evil person goes and decides to take that act of hurting someone else. I think we need to go the other direction. I think we need to get real constitutional carry. I think we need to increase protections for our law enforcement agents that can where they can do their job without having the fear of being chastised or broadcasted everywhere. I think we need to further the rights of the Second Amendment. I think the more firearms in the hands of good guys and good men and women and law enforcement, that's how you stop evil. A good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun every single time. So my answer as far as an alternative, I think we need to go the other direction. I think we need to increase our constitutional rights. I think Tennessee needs to be a sanction for the Second Amendment. We're supposed to be the patron state of shooting stuff, so let's act like it, right? That's my thoughts on it.
Do you have any other thoughts on the issues that we've talked about, maybe that I hadn't asked you about?
I think all your viewers need to reach out to their legislators. I think they need to reach out not only to the House members, but to your senators as well. Reach out to the governor's office, reach out to maybe other elected officials that maybe aren't your representatives. Let them know how you feel, email them, call them, let them know that you think that red flag laws are a bad idea, that they're not for Tennessee. That's not what we want. Make your voice heard. Make it heard. Let them know how you feel, because when the special session is called, if it's called in August, it's going to be a madhouse, and the left is going to show up. They're very organized. They're going to be there. There's no doubt about it. Another thing that I would say is, if possible, if you can be there for the special session, I know it's probably inconvenient because I know a lot of your viewers have to work, Richard, but if you can be there, please be there, because we will need your support 100%.
Representative, I appreciate so much you taking your time today to come and spend this opportunity to get in front of our membership from across the state. And hopefully, once this works its way through the system, for good or ill, we'll have an opportunity to discuss the after effects of it later on.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me on, Richard.
We appreciate your time. If you learned something today that was beneficial, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps get our message out and sell the brand. Check back for more content as often as you can. You can find our website at www.tennesseefirearms.com. If you are new there, click the subscribe button on that page as well to receive free email updates about issues that affect your Second Amendment rights in Tennessee.